Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Monday, December the 23rd. We got a huge Monday slate, 14 games tonight, so nearly every team is playing. There are no games tomorrow on Christmas Eve, so that's kind of why you're seeing so many games today. And then we'll obviously have the traditional 5-game slate on Christmas Day, and I'll have a video for that. I plan on making that video probably sometime on Christmas Eve, whether it be in the morning or at night, probably the night before. So check the channel out then for some NBA picks for Christmas Day. But for today, Monday's 14-game slate, we got 3 early plays I do like for tonight, taking a first look at the board on Sunday night. So as always, guys, before we do talk through these plays, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, as always, hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up for Prizepicks. Use promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and place your first lineup, you'll get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. And as you can see on the screen right now, Prizepicks does have a free square available. This is for the Christmas Day game between the Suns and the Nuggets. Nikola Jokic's points prop is set at 0.5. This is a free pick for everyone, new users, existing users. So this is just another incentive to sign up for Prizepicks right now. Take advantage of this Jokic free square while it is still available. It'll go away on Christmas Day at 10:40 Eastern time when that Nuggets-Suns game starts. So you still have time to get that. Take advantage of that. Sign up for Prizepicks. Make sure to use that promo code NOAH so you get those $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. And then I also do want to shout out Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. And Sleeper is running a new promo for new users. Play $5, get $55. Very simple, easy promo. This is really good for people who are just getting started into player props, DFS, whatever it may be. If you don't want to put a lot of money into this, it's a great promo for you because you can deposit the minimum, which on Sleeper is $25. You make the minimum deposit of $25, play a $5 lineup. Even if you lose that $5 lineup, Sleeper is going to give you $55 worth of free lineups that you can use to play, potentially win money off of. So it's a cool way to try and build a little bit of a bankroll up on Sleeper. And if you guys do want to check out Sleeper, download their app. Make sure to use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up, so that way you can get that promo for those new users. But we got 3 plays to talk about for this big slate on Monday, guys. Let's go ahead and break them down. So first prop that I like for today is going to be a points prop, and we're going to look at a points prop on Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And I like KCP for less or under on 12.5 points. So KCP is coming off a season high where he had 24 points in his last game against Miami, or that was tied for a season high. He also had 24 points against Chicago. We can't expect KCP to go out there and score 24 points again. He is just not a guy that throughout his career has been much of a scorer. He's like a defensive player. He's just a 3-and-D guy. When he's on the floor, he's out there to play defense, and he's out there to kind of stand in the corner and shoot threes when the ball gets passed to him. KCP's not a guy that really gets a bunch of volume. He's not a guy that really creates his own shot much. He just kind of does what he does. And this season, if you look at KCP's usage rate, I mean, he's got like a 14% usage rate this season. Now, last game, maybe he did see a little bit of a spike in usage with Jalen Suggs out because Jalen Suggs was out last game. This season, KCP's usage rate's at 12.2%. If we look at last game without Jalen Suggs, it did go up to 19%. But even still, like, that's not really, that's not a high usage rate at all. And if you look at KCP's game last game, 12 of his 24 points came from the free throw line. He went to the free throw line 12 times and went 12 for 12 from the free throw line. KCP has never been a guy that really goes to the free throw line much at all because he's not really driving to the basket and drawing fouls. That was something that he did last game, but I don't think that's something that we can expect to happen every game. So this definitely feels like a good opportunity to kind of sell high on KCP. Plus, the matchup here is really bad for what KCP does. So KCP kind of relies on catch and shoot threes. He relies on three-point shooting to kind of funnel his scoring. You look at the Celtics this season, they've been one of the best teams defending the three-point line. The Celtics are giving up the 4th fewest three-point attempts per game. They're giving up the 6th fewest three-pointers made per game. And then if we look at catch and shoot shots, so again, KCP, a guy that relies heavily on catch and shoot threes. He just, when the ball gets passed to him, he's shooting it like right away. He's kind of like a Klay Thompson in that sense. He's not really dribbling the ball around, looking for a shot. Like, he just kind of stands there, and when the ball gets passed to him, he's shooting it. And if we look at catch and shoot frequency this season, the Celtics, they're giving up the second lowest catch and shoot frequency from three. So this is a Celtics team that doesn't really give up a lot of open threes. They don't really give up a lot of catch and shoot threes, and that's what KCP kind of needs for scoring. So this definitely feels like a good opportunity to sell high on KCP, even with Jalen Suggs questionable, and even if Jalen Suggs does get ruled out today, I still feel pretty good about this under on KCP, and I think if Suggs winds up playing, you could definitely see this line get bumped down to like 11.5 or 10.5. Actually, right now on DraftKings Sportsbook, they have their line on KCP set at 11.5. It's at 12.5 on Prizepicks. I think Prizepicks putting out a little bit of an inflated line here on KCP, so I like him for less than 12.5 points. Now, the next prop that I like is going to be on Cameron Johnson, and we're going to take Cameron Johnson for less than 27.5 points plus rebounds. So Cameron Johnson's in line. He's been in line for a bigger role lately, just with all the injuries to Brooklyn. Right now, they're missing Dennis Schroeder, who's no longer on the team. He got traded to the Warriors. They're also missing Cam Thomas, who's out with an injury right now. And then I think there's someone else who's out for Brooklyn right now. But definitely no Dennis Schroeder, no Cam Thomas. Those have been the two big injuries that have really helped. Cameron Johnson, especially not having Schroeder has boosted his usage rate. But even with that being the case, this still feels like a pretty high line on Cameron Johnson, especially for a tougher matchup here against Miami. Miami has historically been a good defensive team. They've historically been a team that plays at a really slow pace. They're just not a team that really gives up a lot of points. And if we look at Miami this season, they've got the 11th best defensive rating in the league, so they still have ranked pretty good defensively. And then in terms of pace, Miami is still playing at a really slow pace. They rank 25th in pace this season. The Nets rank dead last in pace. So these are two very slow-paced teams. I think this is definitely a game that you're going to see just not a lot of possessions. You're going to see not a lot of points in this game. I would assume this game has like the lowest total on the slate of all the games today, if I had to guess. I haven't looked at totals, but I'd assume this Brooklyn-Miami game probably has the lowest total on the slate. So just don't think we're going to see a ton of points scored here in this game. This definitely feels like a tougher spot for Cameron Johnson. Going on the road, playing in Miami. Game has an 8.5 point spread. Like, I think there's even a little bit of blowout risk here too as well. This Brooklyn team just so shorthanded right now. They just don't really have much offense. Cameron Johnson is their offense right now, and he is going to be out there taking a lot of shots. But Miami typically does a good job kind of slowing down the team's best player. I think Eric Spoelstra is smart enough to know that he needs to funnel his defense to stop Cameron Johnson, because you look at the rest of the players on the floor for Brooklyn. Ben Simmons, Dorian Finney-Smith, Nick Claxton, Keon Johnson. Like, these are not guys that are going to score the basketball much at all. So, like, if you stop Cameron Johnson, you're very likely to win this game if you're the Miami Heat. So, I like Cameron Johnson for less than 27.5 points plus rebounds here. His line on DraftKings Sportsbook is actually set at 26.5. So, once again, I think we're getting a little bit of an inflated line on Prizepicks. Give me the under or less than 27.5 points plus rebounds for Cameron Johnson. I also don't mind less than 31.5 PRA if you wanted to take that as well. But I think points plus rebounds is what I like the most here on Johnson. And then the third and final prop that I like is going to be a prop in that game on a points prop. Well, we were going to take Jimmy Butler for more than 16.5 points. The line got bumped up to 17.5. I think it's 17.5. It's still okay to take on Jimmy Butler points prop. You could also look at some of his other props like points plus assist, points plus rebounds, PRA, but I think we're still going to roll with his points prop here of 17.5. The line was at 16.5. That's what I got it at. I think it's 17.5. It's still okay to play. And let's talk through this prop on Jimmy Butler and why I like this one. So Jimmy Butler this season, he's been kind of an up and down player. Like, he'll have some good games where he just pops off for like 30 plus points. Then he'll have some stinkers. Then he'll have just kind of just some average games. Last game against OKC, you really can't look much into that one because he only played 7 minutes before leaving that game with an injury. Now, Jimmy Butler is listed as questionable for today, so it's not a guarantee that he plays here. He's questionable with an illness. It's supposedly he injured his ankle last game, but then it was reported that he actually left the game because of an illness. So dealing with an illness, I'd assume if Butler plays, he's going to be full go. Like, I would be surprised that if he plays and then is on like a minutes restriction, like that seems pretty unlikely. So if Butler plays today, should be full go. And if we look at Jimmy Butler this season, when he has played full minutes, he's been able to go over this points prop more times than not. And if you look at this season, Butler has gone over this points props in a lot of games. He's had a couple games where he's lost by the hook and had 17 points, 17 points. But like if you look at some of the games where he went under this points prop, he went under against OKC, played 7 minutes, left with an injury or illness. He only played 7 minutes against Denver. I'd assume he left that game with an injury as well. Don't really know, but I'd assume if he only played 7 minutes, something bad had to happen. And then against Orlando, he went under, only played 26 minutes. Went under against Charlotte, only played 25 minutes. Went under against Toronto, only played 29 minutes. Then he did go under against the Knicks in 37 minutes. Did go under against Phoenix, 37 minutes. He had 15 points in both of those games. Went under against Toronto, had 17 points in 34 minutes. But then against the Lakers, he only played 29 minutes, had 17 points in 29 minutes. And then every other game this season, Butler has had 18 points or more. So like a lot of the games, a couple of the games at least, that Butler has gone under this points prop. 5 of the games he's gone under, he's played 30 minutes, or he's played less than 30 minutes. So typically, if we get 30 plus minutes from Butler, we can bet on him getting 18 plus points. I mean, he's still a great scorer. He's just Jimmy Butler's he's a really weird player. It's like when he's motivated, he can be like one of the best players in the league. But like sometimes it looks like he just doesn't even care. When Butler's aggressive though, he's so good at drawing fouls. He's a guy that just in the mid range, he's got a great mid range jumper. This Brooklyn defense is not one that I'm super scared of. Now Brooklyn's defense has actually been pretty decent this season. If you look at a defensive rating, I want to say Brooklyn does rank decently in terms of defensive rating. Well, actually, they ranked 27th in defensive rating this season, so maybe Brooklyn hasn't been as good defensively as I thought they've been, because they ranked 27th in defensive rating this season. Like I think this matchup's pretty good for Jimmy Butler. I'm not too worried about really anyone on Brooklyn slowing him down. It's just a matter of will Jimmy Butler be aggressive? Will he be out going out there looking for a shot? Either way, when he plays 30 plus minutes this season, he's been consistently going over 18 points and going over this points prop. I know there is a bigger spread here of 8.5 points. Typically though, Butler, with the way they run their rotations, typically he'll play about 26 to 28 minutes through 3 quarters. It's just a matter of will he get that fourth quarter stint? Even if he only plays like 3 quarters, he should still get like 27, 28 minutes. If he can get that fourth quarter stint, get over 30 minutes, I feel pretty good about him going over this points prop. I wasn't sure what his first half line was at. We can take a look at that real quick. For first half, they have him at 8.5 points in the first half. Like honestly, I don't even mind that either. If you're worried about the blowout, you could definitely take Butler for more than 8.5 points in the first half. But I'm going to stick with more than 17.5 points for the whole game here. Like the matchup a lot for Butler. Again, we looked at Brooklyn's defense this season, 4th worst defensive rating. I think this is a pretty good spot for Miami to be able to put up points. I know Brooklyn plays at a really slow pace, so I'm not expecting like a lot of points in this game overall. But I think it's a good matchup for Jimmy Butler. He's been really good this season when he's been healthy. I know he's dealing with an illness right now, but I'd assume if he plays Monday that he's going to be full go. And when Butler's full go, when he plays 30 plus minutes, he gets 18 points more times than not. So I like that as our 3 early plays, guys, for Monday's big 14-game NBA slate. We're going to take KCP for less than 12.5 points. We're going to take Cam Johnson for less than 27.5 PRA. And we're going to take Jimmy Butler for more than 17, or not PRA, excuse me, PR on Cameron Johnson. And then we're going to take Jimmy Butler for more than 17.5 points. So 3 early plays for Monday. Let's see if we can go 3-0 here, hit all 3 of these plays. As always, guys, appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos, supporting the content. Make sure that you hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, be sure to sign up. Use promo code NOAH. When you guys sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, place your first lineup, you'll get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. Make sure to check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. But good luck as always. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.